Well, the focus of the world is now on Venezuela. The U.S. conducted a surgical strike on its president and the wife late at night. Reports suggest that Nicolás Maduro and the First Lady were captured during a surprise raid by the U.S. force after being pulled out from their bedroom. The first photo of Maduro was released by President Donald Trump on social media. In that image, as you can see on the screen, he appeared blindfolded, wearing soundproof headphones, handcuffed, holding a plastic bottle of water in a sweatsuit as well on board the U.S. warship. Now, he will now be prosecuted on narco-terrorism charges in the United States. In his first address following the arrest of Maduro, President Donald Trump outlined the American plan of action for the country. He stated that the United States will oversee the country until a power transition is completed. However, he did not specify a timetable for this transition, and there are the visuals on your screen. The latest one that have come in from the United States, and there you can see in the blue clothes, that is Maduro, the president of Venezuela, showing a thumbs up, but he is handcuffed, or visuals that have emerged from the New York airport. Now, reaction has also come in from Donald Trump. In fact, he addressed a press conference in which he outlined the American plan of action as far as the country is concerned, and he has made it quite clear that he will oversee the country until a power transition is completed. He did not specify a timetable for this, how the power transition will happen in the country, but making it quite clear that he will be running the country as far as Venezuela is concerned. For more on this, let me go across to consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary. Srinjoy, good morning. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours, but most importantly, the president and the wife, as far as Venezuela is concerned, they have been brought out. They have been brought to the United States. They will be charged with narco-terrorism and many other charges as well. Take us through the latest, what has happened in the last 24 hours.
As far as Venezuela is concerned, there are two words that have to be kept in mind. One, regime change. The second, which hasn't been used as yet, but it's been implied, nation building. As far as regime change is concerned, well, you know that President Maduro is now in the United States along with his wife. So, successful military operation. Whatever the legitimacy of it is another issue, but yes, he has been full military operation, 150 aircraft, thousands of soldiers, capture of Maduro, brought to America, all of that is done. But even today, if you're going to talk about regime change, the vice president says in Venezuela that the regime continues. The vice president, the ruling establishment, it's all there. That's the first thing. So is this a regime change? Also, let's not forget President Trump has said that we will run Venezuela. Now, he hasn't explained how and why, because that would mean a group of people, whether Americans, whether Venezuelans, whether a mix, in Venezuela, in Caracas. Now, who are these people? What will they do? When will they be in position in Caracas? How will they deal with the regime that's already in place, led by the vice president, who has taken over the reins in the absence of the president who is now in America? How will it work out? Now, it is possible all this can happen and can happen smoothly, but those answers have not come as yet. So you have a new president, an acting president of Venezuela, President Rodriguez. But how will Trump look at it? What will be the implications of it? What will be the actions by America? Will there be a second military operation? We don't know. Will there be an attempt to move a group of people, either Venezuelan or American or both, into Caracas? We don't know. So these things have to be sorted out. These answers are not there as yet.
Absolutely, and the future of the country also remains uncertain. There are many questions that remain unanswered, and one of them is also, in fact, regarding the charges against Maduro. But before we get to that, stay on with us, Srinjoy.